Hi, psychologist and hypnotherapist James Brannan here, and welcome back to the Life Psychology YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share with you another technique which allows you to change how you feel, and it's an amazing technique and I think you'll love it. Life Psychology is here to support you in making the changes in how you think and how you feel so that you can really think and feel more and more progressively as you want to feel in your life. Let's start then with Technique of the Week for this week. This technique is called Faster EFT, created by Robert Smith. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and this is exactly what you get from this technique. You get emotional freedom. When you're feeling upset, angry, frustrated, sad, any negative emotion that you don't want to feel anymore, in that moment when you're feeling it, use Faster EFT to remove that feeling and feel a whole lot better. There really is science to this technique, even if it looks weird or sounds weird or seems weird. Just trust the people who have done the research on this for years and years. It really does work. Faster EFT. Now, here's a little bit of science behind it. You're going to tap on acupuncture points, but don't worry, you're not going to put any needles in anywhere. It's just tapping on them. And by doing that, it sends a signal from your amygdala, that's the emotional hub of your brain, up to the cortex, which is the less emotional area of the brain, so that you retain the information. So I could remember, let's say that my boss said something today that really made me angry, or made a decision that's made me go crazy, but I can remember it, but I can't feel the same way about it because I've done this technique. Okay, that's what this is all about. Now, if you want more detail and a more in-depth run-through of this, then please go to lifepsychology.org.uk, my membership website. Join there and go to the Overcome Stress and Anxiety page, and this is part of the processes on that page. If you want more information, it's there for you. This will be a quick rundown of this technique so that you can start to self-apply it. Now, you might not be feeling something terribly negative in this moment. That's fine. Just learn the technique and then you'll be ready to go at times as and when, if you do need it, then it's there for you. This is what you do. You first of all think of what's going on. Now let's pretend, that's right, my boss really annoyed me. I feel anger and I feel it down the center line of my body, which is where most negative emotions are felt. In the forehead, in the jaw, throat, chest, solar plexus or stomach, somewhere along here is where you're going to be feeling that feeling. So I've got the feeling going and I know where it's located, and it's a level 8 out of 10. So give it that intensity rating. Then you apply the tapping routine and it goes like this. I release and let it go. So I'm saying those words, tapping the top of my head. Now between your eyebrows, I release and let it go. Over to the side of the eye on the bony edge in line with the pupil, I release and let it go. I release and let it go. Now, this is what I call the badge point, where you might wear a poppy or a crest or a badge, and let it go. And on the wrist point, I release and let it go. Then take a breath in and out. Good. And then notice what's changed. What's different now? Alright, well, it's still there a bit, but it's not an 8 out of 10 anymore. It's way down from that. It's a 4 out of 10. This is fairly typical. It will come down in steps. It won't just whoosh down to 0 suddenly. We have to repeat the cycle several times. It's a 4 out of 10, and I'm feeling better already. It's a little less tight in the chest and stomach, and a little less headachy. So we go again. I release and let it go. I release and let it go. So look at the tapping points. This is where we tap. We never tap hard enough to hurt ourselves. It's only just to hear the tapping and tap enough that we can hear it. I release and let it go. I release and let it go. Deep breath in again. Breath out. Now, we release a lot of negative energy with breath. Usually in a day, on most days in your life, you will have come to a point where you're a little bit tired out, maybe a bit of stress, and you do that sigh, like out breath. That's when you're releasing stress energy or negative energy. And we do that purposefully in this to help release that negative energy. So there we go, that's the technique. Now that was a very quick run through of it, and I hope you can maybe watch it again, learn the technique and start to experiment with it and notice that it really does work. So that's Faster EFT by Robert Smith. Thanks for watching. Now, if you want to watch last week's Technique of the Week, it's up here. Alternatively, watch this video down here because it's going to explain to you a lot of information behind why these techniques work. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.